Good morning, everyone. I am Billy Alcady. My thesis advisor is Professor DePonte, and my thesis is on therapeutic architecture, the design considering general mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. Depression and anxiety are the leading mental illnesses in the US. 1 in 3 people suffer every year. The question that has been a motivating factor for this thesis is, can architecture be a more prevalent instrument to help decrease these negative feelings, maximizing and creating positive impacts for the human experience in the built environment? Considering the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on mental health globally, we must utilize as many tools to enhance our mental well-being. And considering that we are in the built environment for the majority of our days, our spatial awareness, interior lighting patterns, and connection to nature are prioritized to increase our mental well-being. Therapeutic architecture can be described as the people-oriented, evidence-based discipline of the built environment, which aims to identify and support ways of incorporating design elements that interact with people psychologically and in a positive manner. Through the research phase, I have made many discoveries while analyzing my 3 main precedents: the Hangar in Kenmore, Washington, the Gilded Iguana Fitness Center in Costa Rica, and the African American History and Cultural Museum in DC. The 3 precedents are clear examples of how architecture can enhance mental health. Their values depict spirituality through culture, sufficient lighting, and biophilic elements, by not acting as if they are separated from the vegetation. And the results have influenced the Malama Hanua Recreational Center in Pearl City, Hawaii. Malama Hanua is simply translated as to take care of our island Earth, but in the Hawaiian language is beautiful and complex. Malama Hanua means to take care of and protect everything that makes up our world, our lands, oceans, living beings, and our cultures. Therapeutic architecture can be located anywhere in the world, while focusing on the fundamentals of enhancing mental health through design. The site selection is set in Hawaii due to the tragic events of Pearl Harbor, which is just across the East Loke. So why Pearl City, Hawaii? Coming from a small island in Alaska, I know what it's like to rely on resources off island. In Hawaii, many people who are diagnosed with a mental illness usually have to be sent off paradise and get their treatment elsewhere. For those who are not diagnosed and are experiencing mental issues, architecture can also be an outlet to prevent this problem. The Malama Hanua's program is set to serve the peninsula in Pearl City, as it diversifies its amenities and gives its visitors a place to relax and embrace nature. An educational center that includes a tutor center, life skills classes such as financial education and career readiness. Through the research, 2 major factors are significant when enhancing one's mental health through architecture: connections to nature and physical health. The Malama Hanua Pearl City Recreational Center serves as a safe haven for these 2 purposes, providing many biophilic design elements: a community garden, a baseball field, a fitness center, and a basketball gymnasium. The design of the building has been inspired by the site's geometric landscape and the building's main purpose, enhancing mental health. The thought process was to symbolize the brain and correlate the specific buildings to each part of the brain's functions. From there, the final design was developed while considering and complementing the geometry of the site, connecting the building with the ocean and taking advantage of the existing vegetation. The materiality of the exterior creates a balance between masonry and greenery, focusing on human comfort and natural disaster-resistant material. The warmth of the interior hardwood finish is prevalent throughout the Malama Hanua, creating the comfortable atmosphere. The exterior concrete panels serve to depict the reliability and durability of the Type 4 building construction. The Malama Hanua creates designated pathways and an open courtyard towards the center of the buildings that also include shading provided from the vegetation and the overhanging roofs. The buildings are demonstrating therapeutic design techniques by prioritizing human comfort. The journey when traveling through the Malama Hanua can be described as follows: driving up to the covered parking or walking across the street to instant greenery paths full of macadamia trees. The building and its functionalities, such as physical fitness, learning opportunities, community events, and leisure, serve as a transition towards balance. The ocean side is an analogy. Mental health and life in general will have its high tides and its low tides. And that's reality. It's how we as humans can control how we react while being in our low tides. It will eventually affect our high tides. Therapeutic architecture is designing for overall health, so designing to emulate the saying, Malama Hanua, while focusing on enhancing mental health, encourages people to interact with the lands, oceans, and different cultures, and to spread positivity.